Hello, I'm Martin, and I do voiceover.
I'm Joe, and I make websites.
And we want to see if we can become business friends with business people in just 5 minutes. It could be the start of an amazing business relationship.
Or it could be a complete and utter waste of time.
Still, it's only 5 minutes.
Start the
Timer.
Who are you, and what do you do?
I'm Mia Wilson, and I'm a primary school teacher, former deputy head, who's now an education consultant.
What's the worst thing a child has ever done when in your classroom?
There have been many. I think one of the funniest is rolling around on the carpet, taking their shoes and socks off, and saying, "I'm not going to do anything."
That sounds like Joe.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Have we?
Well, just yesterday,
An incredible success story. By the end of that, the child had stopped doing that and was actually doing some work and some learning. So I think I can say that was one of my real success stories. But it was funny at the time.
Oh, nice. You could turn it around. So are you still teaching now, or have you moved completely into being an education consultant?
I still do some teaching. I work for a charity who do workshops on violence and bullying.
Okay.
And I do some science workshops around clean air for another company. So I still do. I keep my hand in because I think it's important. Teaching was my first love, and so I want to keep my hand in and make sure I can still do it.
Yeah.
What was it that made you want to be a teacher?
Well, I didn't really. Psychology graduate, and I graduated in 1989, and I went to work for the NHS for a couple of years. And I ended up working in an inpatient unit for primary age children who were having severe psychiatric problems or difficulty fitting in with the rest of what society expected. And then I thought, well, I'd quite like to be an educational psychologist, but at the time, in fact, still, you have to have been a teacher to be an ed psych. So you need to
Okay.
taught for 2 years. So I thought I'd teach.
Do you think that's a good thing?
Yeah, because if you're going to be an educational psychologist, you have to know what it's like on the ground,
You
working
need
with
to know the
children
education side of it.
with
Yeah.
special educational needs and disabilities. You have to know what it's like. So yeah, it's a good thing. So I thought, yeah, I'll learn to teach. And then I got bitten by the teaching bug, and I couldn't stop. So when it came time to apply to be an ed psych, I thought, you know what, I like teaching too much, and I'm
Nice.
good at it.
And so what does your consultation look like now? Like what sort of clients are you working with?
Well, I work with a software company that produces some tracking software, so I do quite a lot of training like that. I do some work supporting leaders in school to improve the subjects that they're teaching, so to do a bit of school improvement work. And I do the teaching. I also work with the university to train and mentor teachers who are in training. So I've got
Brilliant.
quite a lot of sort of lines to fight, and the teaching. So all these little slots sort of make a full-time job.
Do you have any free time at all ever?
Yes. Sometimes particularly when money is tight, the first thing to go is inset, really. And so there are times when I'm resting, and there are times when I'm working like an absolute dog. And that's just it. And I think one of the things that I found really difficult to come to terms with when I first did this was that there were lots of periods when there were lulls in what I was doing, and I thought the work would never pick up again. But you just got to hold on tight, look for new things, and wait for it to pass, and it does usually.
What does resting look like for you?
Well, it looks like keeping the contracts that I've already got going. It looks like trawling the education press and looking on the web for new contracts that might be interesting, for new things that might open up for you, and then doing a lot of housework. My house is incredibly tidy.
None of those three things sound remotely restful to me. But that's interesting that obviously it's for you.
1 minute warning.
What's your I don't know which way to go with the question. What's your favourite piece of housework?
Dishwasher, because it takes least time.
I'm with you on that one. What's your least favourite business phrase?
Oh, that's a difficult one. I don't really have a least favourite business friends. I think checking in is probably something like that.
Checking in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's something we use a lot with the students. I'm just checking in to see how you are. Well, no, I'm emailing you or I'm phoning you. I'm not really checking in. I don't like it.
Say what you mean. What do you do with your old potatoes?
What do you think? Did we just spark a valuable new business relationship? Or should we have taken a coffee break instead?
Joe's good at that.
We'll be back soon to try to make more business friends. We're very lonely. Do you want to be our friend? Or maybe you could suggest someone we can chat to be friends with them. Drop us an email. friends@5mbf.co.uk.
Thank you, Mia. That was
Thanks, Mia.
excellent. That was really good.
That was a lot
Really
of fun,
good.
actually.